Welcome Year 6. This is your Thursday's maths lesson, so I know I didn't do a video for yesterday's because it was about problem solving and using those 4 questions to problem solve. So today we're just going to extend on that a little bit, and you need to be able to understand that 5 miles is approximately equal to 8 kilometres, and that you can use this fact to find approximate conversions from miles to kilometres and from kilometres to miles. Okay, so you need to know that the meaning of the symbol, it's like a squiggly equals, is the same as is approximately equal to. So again, this is building on your estimation, okay? So we can't say it's definitely exact, but we know that 5 miles is approximately equal to 8 kilometres. So using this, can you give an example of a length you would measure in miles or kilometres? When would you use that? What would it be for? If we know that 5 miles is 8 kilometres, how can we work out what 15 miles would be converted into kilometres? Can you think of a situation where you may need to convert between miles and kilometres? Could you maybe write a word problem to illustrate this? Pause the slide and give it a go. Okay, so use this fact to complete. So 5 miles is approximately equal to 8 kilometres. So to get from 5 miles to 15 miles, you have to find a common multiple. Now that common multiple is 3. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So if you times 5 by 3, you get 15 miles. So because we've timed the 5 by 3, you can time the 8 by 3, which would give you 24. So it's approximately equal to 24 kilometres. Now you could find the common multiple between 30 and 5, but you know that 15 is half of 30, so you could double your answer. So you know that you found 24 kilometres, so if you doubled that, you would get 48 kilometres. Okay, and you can check that because 5 lots of 6 is 30, 8 sixes are 48, so there's more than one way to do that one. So then to get to 160 kilometres, well, look at the relationship between 160 and 8. Okay, find a common multiple. As if it was 8 and 16, it would be 2, your common multiple. So if it's 8 and 160, it would be 20. Okay, so you've multiplied by 20 there, and 5 times 20 is 100, so it's 100 miles is approximately equal to 160 kilometres. If 10 miles is approximately equal to 16 kilometres, 1 mile is approximately equal to how many kilometres? So again, you need to find out what 1 mile is. So how are you going to do that? 10 miles is 16. What are you going to have to divide by here? Okay. So to find 1 mile, you're going to have to divide by 10. So maybe 16 divided by 10, 1.6 kilometres, because you've got your decimal point. So then 2 miles is approximately 1.6 plus 1.6. So then 4 miles would again be double that. What would half a mile be? Could you work that one out? In the United Kingdom, the maximum speed on a motorway is 70 miles per hour. In France, the maximum speed on a motorway is 130 kilometers per hour. Which country has the highest speed limit and by how much? Give your answer in both units. So you know that 5 miles is equal to 8 kilometers. Okay, so how do we get from 5 to 70? What do we think? How do we do it? So we know 5 to 10. 5 times 10 is 50. Okay, and then you know you need another 20, which would be to get to 70. Okay, so then you need 5 times 4 would give you 20. So you've got 14 there, haven't you? So you're multiplying by 14. So 8 lots of 14 would be, so 8 times 10 is 80, times 4 is 32. Add them together and you've got 112. Okay, so actually, which one is faster and give both units? Can you use that information to work the rest of the problem out? Okay, and here's some problem solving for you, and you've got some more after as well. So Ron and Annie are running a 5 mile race. So Annie has run 6.4 kilometers and Ron has ran 3.8 miles. So who has the furthest left to run? So remember, 5 miles is approximately 8 kilometers. Okay, so you're going to put them both into miles or kilometers. The distance between Cardiff and London is 240 kilometers. A car is traveling at 60 miles per hour. How long will it take them to get from London to Cardiff? Okay, so how much can they cover? Because you know 5 miles covers 8 kilometers. Okay, so how many miles is 60 kilometers going to cover? Have a think. How do you get from 5 to 60? And how will you work that out? So Mo cycles 45 miles over the course of 3 days. On day 1 he cycles 16 kilometers. On day 2 he cycles 10 miles further than he did on day 1. How far does he cycle on day 3? Now remember, that's 10 miles further, so day 2 you'll need to do 2 things: convert from miles to kilometers and then add it on. Okay, so you know that 10 miles is approximately 16 kilometers, and he rode 16 kilometers further. So, well, he rode 16 kilometers on day 1, so add another 16 on, that's 32 kilometers he ran. So 32 plus 16 is how many kilometers, and how many miles is that? Okay, so Annie has 1 mile left to run. Ron has 1.2 miles left to run, so Ron has the furthest left. So 250 kilometers is roughly 150 miles. So 150 divided by 60 is 2.5. Okay, so you would have got 2.5 hours. Or 60 miles is about 96 kilometers. So 240 divided by 96 is 2.5. So day 1 he cycles 16 kilometers. Day 2 he cycles 32. On day 3 he cycles 24 kilometers, which is similar to approximately equal to 15 miles. Okay, you also have sheet 1 of conversions and sheet 2, and you can write your own word problems like the ones we've seen to convert kilometers to miles and miles to kilometers. Think about when you might need to use this.